Hello folks, welcome back to the KD Learning channel. Please subscribe and click on bell icon to get latest updates for latest video series and all the upcoming all the new detail about the courses and all the stuff. Thank you. So the question is, what is App Center Service Connection and how it is being created? So as a, if you go in the in-depth about this questions, it is all about App Center and Azure DevOps. So I am assuming that the guy who is watching this shows must be aware about the App Center as well as the DevOps, Azure DevOps, right? So before starting things, I just want to relate some uses where it is used. Okay, so the guy who just asked this question must be I'm sure that they know where it is used and why. Okay, so I'm just will explain you the App Center Service Connection, how to create and what is the purpose. So now, as the diagram says, it is used by one of the tasks called App Center Distribute. So this is the one of the tasks by in the Azure pipeline for the Xamarin or the any Android, or I would say the iOS app, to be deployed through the to the App Center and then to the Google Play or the iOS App Store. You need to have this task must be inside your pipeline. So your last task must be the App Center distribute task for your either Android app or the iOS, or irrelevant for the native or Xamarin or the React, right? So this task must be have a add in your Azure pipeline for the app, for mobile app. Okay, so it is the first parameter that asks about the App Center Service Connection. It is it is represented inside the YAML file called serverEndpoint. So serverEndpoint. So that is serverEndpoint in the YAML file of the pipeline, and in the, if you notice in the screen, that left side shows about the task. So in the task, it is all about App Center Service Connection. Okay, so I just giving some brief about the App Center Service Connection. So it is, as I mentioned, it is one of the required parameter for the App Center distribute task in Azure pipeline. So it either it is the last. So I would say it is the last task of your it might be another task, but it mostly in my my best practices, I do the last task, that is the App Distribute Center, for the in my YAML file for the pipeline, and it all about push your build to the App Center, right? So push the build to App Center. So it is also represented as a form of a serverEndpoint, right? So it also it specify basically App Center Service Connection specify that your build will be deployed where on the App Center. So you must be specify my build to be deployed on App Center on this particular location or this particular instance, right? So there might be possibility that you are working with an organization and there are multiple guys who are using, who has an account on App Center. Then this specify that this basically you need to specify that which App Center, a specific App Center token will be used in this case. I will explain you what is the API token. To create the App Center Service Connection, it requires two-step process. The step first is you need to first generate API token on the App Center, and then you need to create App Center Service Connection using Azure DevOps with the service connections project settings. Inside the project settings section, you need to follow the wizard and things. I will show you in upcoming steps. Okay, so now As I mentioned that it's required two-step process. The first process is called API token generation on the App Center. There is another thing is that on the App Center there are basically two types of API token which we can use inside for creating the service connection. So both are valid and both have some use case scenario, right? So like that way, for the first type is called user API tokens. The user API token basically you can generate with your the user of the App Center, and there is a wizard. There is a steps required. I will show you where. But in this session, I will be using the App API token. App API token is another part for API token which can be used for the App Center service connection creation steps. Okay. So now let me log to my App Center, and there I will show you how it is used, right? I am now on my App Center account, and you can see my some of the apps and all the stuff. So these are the default things. All I would say that the past historical data which you have created, I think. So now, as I mentioned, I would be going to use App API token, right? App API token. So before that, I will show you how to create the user API token, right? So step is a little bit simple and same, but the differences is only the scope and validity and the use case scenario. So for the like user API token, that will be required for that will be valid for entire organizations or the user who will going to use for their all the apps, but there is a limit up to the 5,000 you can create the API token. In case of app specific API token, that will be relevant or uses for only those app only, not for the other app. So if you are working with the mobile app company, mobile development company, mobile development team, then I would be suggesting you that go for the user API token and then create from those token for the API centers thing, right? So step is for the user API token, like you need to go to your user account, click here, click on account settings section or account menu item, and then you need to scroll down, and here you can see that user API token, right? You need to click on new API token first. You need to mention some description that will be meaningful for you, by which you can remember in the future when you have a revise and why you generated this part, this API token. Then this description will help you to understand, right? So let me I just put test, and here is the full access. When I click this, it will be the App Center will show me a token that will require along like the more than token, that will be the numeric values, and we may copy those values and you have to save it for the future, because in App Center generated API token will not is not showing by the App Center. So you keep in mind that you need to preserve somewhere in your repository or somewhere else. Okay. Now see, we'll show you how to create the app specific API token, right? So go to the my app. Let me select my where I am app. Okay, and click on settings section. Here you can see the call app token, the last option item, and click on new API token. So what I'll do, I'll click on App Center Service Connection con, and I'm giving the full access. It's based on what kind of services. So there is complete documentation available, so you can read there and find all the things. I click on API token, and here is my token which I just copied it. Okay, and for the safe side I just paste it here, right? Okay, okay, and just close it, right? So you can notice that there my all my API token which I have created for this app is listed here. Now it's time to go the second step process called need to visit on the your Azure DevOps Azure section. So I am here, okay. So what you can click on here or on the settings section, and then you will see these options, right? You need to click on service connection and create service connection, right? You need to choose a template, but in our case we have to select this Visual Studio App Center, right? There are various options, various ways to create the App Center, but here I'm getting create for service connection for the App Center, okay. So that will be there are tons of all things here, so you may use, right? So I'm just putting app here I just put my token which I just created and copied from the App Center. I need to put some detail here. Before that I want to show something, right? Here let me refresh this page, right, and put here. So you can see here there is no any App Center connections listed here in the drop down, right? But once I'll create here, it will be showing in this drop down menu, right? So let me finish, right? So what I'll say, it is App Center service con, right, and put some discussion for KD learning, right, and I just click on grant access and click on save. Now it has been created. So now what I'll do, I'll go to my pipeline page and I just click refresh. With the refresh, all my drop down will be populated with those value. So I need to click again App Center task, and here you can see my App Center service connection. So now I would imagine that you got understand how to create App Center service connection, right? So these are the all things which I just have mentioned here. So don't forget to subscribe our KD Learning channel and click on bell icon to get latest notification and latest update from KD Learning for different technologies and all that stuff. Thank you for watching. Yeah.